where the mind is without fear.
Hello children, welcome to Classroom TV. Today I brought you a very beautiful and sensible poem from our class 10 textbook from Unit 5 with the theme Social Issues, and this is related to a story. The title of the story is The Storied House. Are you ready for this pre-reading session? Here we go children.
Social Issues, Unit 5 of Class 10 English textbooks. Let's look at the face sheet of this unit. Here we go. Look at this face sheet. The top phrase, social issues, is the theme of this unit. So the entire unit is going to discuss different social issues which are prevalent in our society, right? Now let's take a look at the face sheet. Usually we have seen pictures or images given as face sheet of a unit, but here it is different. Instead of a picture or several images together, here we have a couple of lines taken from a poem. First, let's read those lines. Read along with me. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Look at these lines. They were written by Rabindranath Tagore. We all know about Tagore. He was a famous poet and he won great acclaim for his literary prowess. Gitanjali is one of his famous books which earned him a lot of acclaim. This Gitanjali has a lot of poems, a number of poems in it, and one of the poem is titled Prayer. These lines in our face sheet, which are given in the face sheet, they are taken from that poem. Now let's see the full version of the poem from which these two lines are taken. Gitanjali by Rabindranath Tagore. Come on, read along with me. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. If you look into this poem, you see that we took only two lines from the poem, that is the third line and the last line. Let's read the third line once again. Where the world has not been broken up into the fragments by narrow domestic walls. Last line. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. These two lines are taken as face sheet because we are going to talk about these lines in our lesson and the story which is going to follow after this pre-reading activity. Right. You know, Gitanjali is a very famous book and it has really got a lot of critical acclaim, a lot of fame also to Rabindranath Tagore. It was translated into various languages, including Telugu. So here, look here. This is one of the translations into Telugu, Geetanjali by Rabindranath Tagore. I have a book with me since my childhood, Telugu translation of Geetanjali, and I have taken a photo, that means screen grab of the picture here and also the poem inside. Let me read the poem, Telugu version of the poem. Here it is. ఎక్కడ మనస్సు నిర్భయంగా ఉంటుందో, ఎక్కడ మానవుడు సగర్వంగా తల ఎత్తుకుని తిరుగుతాడో, ఎక్కడ విజ్ఞానం స్వేచ్ఛగా మనగలుగుతుందో, ఎక్కడ ప్రపంచం ముక్క ముక్కలై ఇరుకైన గోడల మధ్య మగ్గిపోవదో, ఎక్కడ మాటలు అగాధమైన సత్యం నుంచి బాహిరులుతవో, ఎక్కడ అవిరామమైన అన్వేషణ పరిపూర్ణత వైపు చేతులు చాస్తుందో, ఎక్కడ పరిశుద్ధ జ్ఞాన వాహిని మృతాంధ విశ్వాసపు ఎడారిలో ఇంకిపోదో, తలపులో పనిలో నిత్య విశాల పదాల వైపు ఎక్కడ మనసు పయనిస్తుందో, ఆ స్వేచ్ఛా స్వర్గంలోకి తండ్రి నా దేశాన్ని మేల్కాంచేట్లు అనుగ్రహించు. Such beautiful translation, right? Let's read the two lines which we want for the sake of our face sheet. ఎక్కడ ప్రపంచం ముక్క ముక్కలై ఇరుకైన గోడల మధ్య మగ్గిపోవదో, ఆ స్వేచ్ఛా స్వర్గంలోకి తండ్రి నా దేశాన్ని మేల్కాంచేట్లు అనుగ్రహించు. So he is talking about something very very particular in this poem. Once again, look at the face sheet here. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. The poet is talking about narrow domestic walls, and the world is broken into fragments. We are not united. We are broken into fragments because of these narrow domestic walls. Okay? And he is asking his father. Who is the father in this poem? Any idea? I already told you that the title of this particular poem is Prayer. So who do we pray early in the morning every day? Whenever we want something, who do we pray? We usually pray to God, right? So here the father is none other than the God, right? The Lord. So he's asking the Lord, okay? He's asking the Lord to break the barriers, narrow domestic walls. What do you mean by narrow domestic walls? Let's see. What are the things which we need to consider as narrow domestic walls? Here you have a question. What does the expression the narrow domestic walls mean according to these lines in the face sheet? Domestic walls, a wall is something which separates us from others. Okay, we can't see the other side of the wall, right? Until and unless it's a transparent wall. We don't have transparent walls, right? We don't normally have them. So he's calling them as narrow. He is relating that to narrow-mindedness of people. Why? What are these narrow domestic walls? Let's see. Narrow domestic walls. What are the things that come under narrow domestic walls? Casteism. So this is one of the prevalent social issue which is present in our country. Caste system was once formed depending upon the profession and occupation of a person. But later on it converted into a different vicious system where they started discrimination between higher caste and lower caste. There is no such thing like one caste is considered higher and one caste is considered lower. But it is the mentality of the people which assumes that one particular caste is a higher caste and the other particular caste is a lower caste, and slowly this led to a lot of discrimination, untouchability, which is a social evil. So this casteism, higher caste, lower caste, don't touch me and all these things, this is also a narrow domestic wall which is separating us from others. others ours. So people who are not our caste, we consider, most of us consider them as others, and who belong to our same community as ours. And this is a narrow domestic wall which is separating all the other people, only excluding the one particular community. This has become really a very big barrier, and which today I think we are fighting against it, and we are successfully trying to see to decrease this discrimination. By and by it will definitely go away. Hope so, hopefully. Now the next one, religious discrimination. There are many religions in the world, and especially in India we have multiple religions. Though there are only 4 or 5 major religions with majority of the population following them, we see that there is lot of feeling, like religious feeling. I belong to one religion, so all these people are mine, and those people belonging to other religion are not mine, they are others. So that is this religious discrimination also is there in our country, and not only in India. Why mention India and blame India only? We see this kind of religious discrimination everywhere in every country, not the way it is present in India, but in a different phase, with a different phase. This religious discrimination is also there in other countries. So it is not something which is only in India, but still, since it is our country, we are talking about our country, we are talking about breaking the walls which are there in our country. That's why we are talking particularly about India. The next one is racial discrimination. This is color discrimination based on the skin color of a person. The racial discrimination is not so prevalent in India. It is not that much there, but in other countries we know about this racial discrimination, how the blacks are discriminated against the whites. Whites are considered superior and the blacks are considered inferior. But today we know that it is wrong, and we are not going to tolerate that, and the fight is on. And you know about the racial discrimination, how it is, and how we are trying to fight it. Though it is not in our country, it is present in a different form even in our country also. Racial discrimination based on the skin color. In India, mostly we are all whitish. The complexion of our skin is whitish. We are not dark, we are not fair or black, we are all whitish color. But even in this whitish color also, we start this discrimination. He is fair, she is black. Dark, dusky. Dark, dusky is black. Okay, who being fairer is white. That's what we are doing in our country, and that is also one of the byproduct of these cosmetics also, cosmetic culture which has been developing. Instead of we see that as the society is progressing, discriminations will come down. But in this case, because of this cosmetic culture, growing cosmetic culture, business culture, what is happening is that fairness is seen as a virtue. How come? So don't you think we need to break this narrow domestic wall even, right? So let's go to the next one, gender parity. So this is one of the widely discussed domestic wall across the globe, not only in India, everywhere else we see this gender parity, like the discrimination between male and female. That's always there, that has been there, it is still there. We are fighting against it. And there is one more thing also, male, female and transgender. Even transgenders are also facing a lot of discrimination, and this gender parity is giving them a lot of pain, and they are hurt. Right, they are also fighting for their rights. Okay, and now let's go to the next one, social status. This is one thing which is there not only in our country, throughout the world. You are rich, you are poor. The rich man is regarded as a high status person, and the poor man as low status person. So that is not the what to say, that is not right. We know that we need to break this wall also. This is also a narrow domestic wall. In social status, we also take this highly educated and not very high educated persons, and this discrimination also is there. We see people who are highly knowledgeable, who had who went to higher studies, they are regarded as their status as higher, and those who didn't study well, that means they stopped their education in the primary classes or after schooling, they are considered as low status level. But education is not about going to school or colleges, it is about life experiences, what we gain from our experiences and what discretion we have towards our consciousness of life. That is what is called real education. It is nothing related to social status. Still we are doing that in our society. So discrimination using social status is also a narrow domestic wall. We need to break it. And the next one, financial status. Yeah, so a person who has a lot of properties, money, he's seen as a person, he's regarded high in the society, and poor person is not that. So it is somewhere related to even social status. Financial status also is related to social status. This is also one of the narrow domestic wall which needs to be broken. So what do you think, children? Do you think all these things are domestic walls which we need to break? I think you will agree with me. And here if you go to our face sheet, once again this is a beautiful poem. Once again we need to look into the poem, read the poem, and the particular lines which are mentioned in the face sheet, they are very important because they are going to lead you to the story given in A reading. The story the title of the story is The Storied House. It is in two parts as A reading and B reading, and this particular story deals with one of the social issues prevalent in our society. Okay, and if you read that, you will be able to understand what is that particular social issue we are going to discuss with the help of the story. Once again, let's see and let's read the poem, this beautiful poem written by Rabindranath Tagore. Are you all ready? Sing along with me. Otherwise, read along with me. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. Let's go into the Telugu translation of the poem because it's not enough for me to go into English version, because the Telugu translation also is as beautiful as the English one. Thanks for that writer, whoever has translated this poem. He is Bellankonda Ramadasu. Beautiful poem and beautiful translation into Telugu. ఎక్కడ మనసు నిర్భయంగా ఉంటుందో, ఎక్కడ మానవుడు సగర్వంగా తల ఎత్తుకుని తిరుగుతాడో, ఎక్కడ విజ్ఞానం స్వేచ్ఛగా మనగలుగుతుందో, ఎక్కడ ప్రపంచం ముక్కలై ఇరుకైన గోడల మధ్య రగ్గిపోవదో, ఎక్కడ మాటలు అగాధమైన సత్యం నుంచి బాహిరిల్లుతవో, ఎక్కడ అవిరామమైన అన్వేషణ పరిపూర్ణత వైపు చేతులు చాస్తుందో, ఎక్కడ పరిశుద్ధ జ్ఞానవాహిని మృతాంధ విశ్వాసపు టెడారిలో ఇంకిపోదో, తలపులో పనిలో నిత్య విశాల పదాల వైపు ఎక్కడ మనసు పయనిస్తుందో, ఆ స్వేచ్ఛా స్వర్గంలోకి తండ్రి నా దేశాన్ని మేల్కాంచేట్లు అనుగ్రహించు. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Beautiful beautiful poem. I know you really like this poem very much. I know when I was in school, when in my childhood, I learned this poem by heart, not for the sake of by hearting, because I like this poem very much. That was the beauty of the poem. And if you want to sing, you can sing the poem, and please share that song with me. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. After this session, go to your textbook, take out your textbook and read the story and tell me about the social issue discussed in the story. The Storied House. Thank you, children. Thanks a lot.
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom. My Father, let my country awake. My Father, let my country awake. Please like, share and subscribe to Classroom TV.